man, I'll never look back. Look at all my haters, y'all making them mad.
What's good, guys? It's Christmas Hero coming at you live with some Master Duel commentary videos. And I've been trying to figure out a way to show off some gameplay footage, whether it be live or Master Duel. And I decided, you know what? Let's go ahead and make it this, because this is a lot more accessible for me. It's really hard to try to record at locals because I don't really have a setup or anything, as you can see probably from one of my earlier videos, and I definitely want to give you guys good quality stuff. So I was like, you know what, let's do this. And I'm going to try to showcase duels to where it's not as Master Duel exclusive, like stuff like Maxi and stuff that I'll commentate on, and that way you get to see my thought process and what I'm thinking when I approach certain duels in certain situations. Because I feel like Hero, yeah, we have our flowcharts, but you definitely got to be able to play the situation, because since we're not a tier 1 deck, we just have tier 1 elements, we have to be able to assess the situation and play it appropriately. And sometimes we got to even be able to play the player. And this is what that video showcases a lot, because as you guys can see, I don't open up any non-engine and I'm going second. And we have to basically order our cards correctly, and you will see me misplaying here, but I'm able to bring it back just off of just how I order and sequence my cards. I call it the order of operations. So this is a really good video to showcase those elements and how because nobody plays perfect all the time, and I definitely want to show that in my video, that hey, I don't play perfect all the time, but I do know how to play to a win con, which I feel like nowadays most people, when they combo and they get stopped, they don't know what to do. And that's why people win sometimes, is because they'll play a player that doesn't know what to do. And I'm not saying I know what to do all the time, but I know how to readjust my game plan and go with the situation, which is why I feel like I've had success with the deck. So here's me showcasing it. Here's me showcasing my mindset a little bit. And I do want to bring more of these videos with you guys. And hey, make sure to stay tuned after this match, because I do showcase some Legend Anthology matches that, even though that's kind of Master Duel exclusive, it showcases a really cool combo that I have yet to implement in TCG with Solid Soldier. Solid Soldier's the reason I haven't ran him in TCG is because he feeds more into hand traps than other cards. But as you guys will see in the combo, when he goes off, he goes off. And also in the Legend Anthology, I kind of showcase what to do when you don't have, as people call it, floodgate cards like Dark Wall or Plasma, or how to set up and layer your board. So I feel like those duels really showcase layering, which is really important as a Yu-Gi-Oh player to know as well. So here we go, let's jump in. Alright, so we start seeing the Diabell start. So I'm already thinking Sinful spoils fire stuff, and he does search the negate, which tells me he has another starter. As we saw the 1-for-1, so I'm already thinking popular stuff. So I'm probably going to be staring down a board with Apollosa, so I'm already thinking, okay, if I'm going to be staring down Apollosa, how can I get those negates out of the way with just my engine cards? Because yeah, we could draw a non-engine, another 6 cards, but I'm going to deal with what I know. And what I know right now is that I have all gas, and I have ways to probably try to play around that Apollosa. And one of the ways to do it, and like I said, this is situation based, so that's the type of deck we run, guys. We got to be able to play these situations. That's what really shows when you know your deck. Is one of the things I used to do to Apollosa when I don't have, because I've played around Apollosa before with no engine cards like droplets or non-engine like droplets or something. I will basically try to get the Apollosa down to under 1800 so I can do simple stuff like swing over with Stratos. So that's one of the game plans I'm already thinking. Another game plan, since I did open up in Hero Lives, is to try to get to the mask change and go Dark Wall before they get the Apollosa out, which is very viable here, depending on how they play. And this is what I mean by playing the play, because some players, they will try to stand by phase, but as you can see, he put the Flamberge and spell the trap. So I already knew he's summoning Flamberge off of anything I summon. So he's not doing the standard play to where they keep the Flamberge face up. this is where I gotta play the player. So I'm already thinking like, I want to Shadow Mist here. Grab the Dark Law when the field spell activates, and then once we get the mass change, just go ahead and change it and go into it. So when we get the Appalachian 24 or lower, we can start playing the game. But as you can see, I defaulted to Stratus. This is where I argue I misplayed, because I was just kind of clicking. I was thinking like how to order my card and just kind of clicking. So, but I was like, you know what, I already committed, so okay, let's go ahead and grab Shadow Mist and try to readjust. And this is a perfect example of me adjusting on the go, because I know I messed up, because I know I wanted to do the Shadow Mist, but I went Stratos. So instead, I searched the Shadow Mist for 2 reasons. One, I have Crosskeeper, so I still have access to Dark Law if he doesn't just shotgun the Apollosa. 2, if he does shotgun the Apollosa, I have Shadow Mist to pitch with Ferris to search for Plasma to try to break this board. So even though I misplayed, I quickly readjusted and was like, okay, let me play the situation instead of beating myself up over the misplay. But let's keep the misplay in mind for later. So here we go. And he does shotgun the Apollosa, so I'm already like, okay, what? Alright, I'm gonna lead out Ferris here because he has to negate Ferris, because if he lets Ferris resolve, not only do I get an extra body, I'm getting into my Vision Arrow engine, which a lot of people know by now is like the really strong part in Hero. The vision that they'll wait for the Vine, they'll wait for the increase, and by me doing it that way, it will tell me how much he knows about Hero, how much I can get away with, and how much I can play the player here. So I'm gonna test the waters with Ferris to see how he responds. And this is a simple concept I learned from poker. Sometimes even if you don't have the most optimal hand to deal with something, you need to test the waters just so you can learn how to beat them later. So this is where I go discard. And as I see he negates here. So now I'm like, okay, he knows to negate the vision line. So what I'll do to get it under Stratos, he didn't negate that, which means he didn't have hand trap and he didn't see it as a threat. So I'm like, to get it under Stratos, now it's time to Vision Hero, because he's going to negate this and he's going to wait for a poly search. But since I already know that, so I know he's targeting the vision line, I don't search for the poly here. This is where you have to diverge from your normal combo and play this situation. Most people would be like, okay, I have to combo, I have to try to kill him here or else I lose. No, I'm already knowing about how he played earlier. He's not going to let me get to that vision line. So now I need to prioritize that Apollosa. I need to get to it and kill it. And I need to basically make it to where I can play the game. And I already kind of got a read on him. Since I know he's targeting the vision line, I already kind of have, he's not gonna like try to interrupt anything else. And I didn't want to commit the Plasma here, because if I commit the Plasma and summon and then he pops, I lose. So I'm like, I might as well just try to run this thing over and see what he does. So he does misplay. He's supposed to link Curry up earlier. That way I wouldn't have been able to get over that Apo. But hey, I misplayed by summoning the Stratos, so this is just another example of us each other playing the player and being like, okay, he didn't anticipate me leading in and attacking into his Apo like that. So this is where I go Infernal Devicer, because now I'm already thinking, okay, how can I make it to where he does not kill me? Because that's the name of the game, right? I couldn't kill him, so let's make it to where he doesn't kill me and it passes back turn to me. So I'm already thinking the inboard's gonna have Plasma in it. That's what we want, but we have to make it to where he uses his Prometheus pop. And I know this is a really good option to make him do it, because if he lets it go through, I go crazy with Poly. If he doesn't let it go through, which they usually do because we usually only run one, now my Poly lines, even though I have one less Poly instead of 2, my Poly lines go free here. So yeah, we got the pop out of the way, they go free, we go increase, and as you guys saw, I went ahead and got the Ferris out off of the Wonder Driver, because I was like, if he does pop Wonder Driver, at least I get the special Ferris here. And remember, I only did his reveal effect, I didn't do his actual summon effect. So I still get into my vision line by giving me extra bodies, which is what I needed here, as you can see, for the Plasma. So here I decided, instead of like prioritizing DPE, I wanted to do the favorite contact and draw 4, because it lets me see more of my cards and more things to answer. And as you guys can see, yes, I did get the Fusion Destiny, but the only non-engine card I got this whole game was Gozu. So you can argue I got lucky, but by getting the Fusion Destiny, which lets me still go DPE. But I already had a plan. My plan was all ready to go favorite contact platform, which is essentially the same thing and helping you. This just gives me more. And we have to also remember I did all this with engine. The only non-engine I have is Ghost Match. So it's not just people see, oh, he drew that out. Well, look at what I did not draw after drawing 4 cards after comboing. Like my deck, you know? And that's because I'm playing the situation, I'm playing the player. And that's what you guys have to do, be able to do as a Yu-Gi-Oh player with heroes, especially because we don't have the same gas as other tier 1 decks, but a lot of people will see that as a weakness. I see it as a strength because if we don't have the same gas, that means we also don't have the same win cons. Since we don't have the same win cons, we can get to our win cons in different ways where other decks would be impressed by the tier 1 decks because they can't get to the win con. So here we go. This is where you guys get to see my mindset on implementing not dying this turn. So I goes and match here. At first I thought this was misplay, but then I realized no, it's more of a player preference because by me glazoning, it locks him out of anything non-fire. And right now the only thing the fire engine is getting him is recursion, which is fine as long as I make it to where you don't kill me. So I'm like, you can have recursion all you want because my goal next turn is to kill you with Miracle Fusion to make up. There won't be no more, this is your last turn. In my head, I'm like, next turn is either his last turn or it's my last turn. We're not driving anymore. By me flipping that goes and I commit it to the play. Because I'm trying to suppress his options to make a board to where I can kill him. So by suppressing him in the fire, it allows me to basically limit his options to where I just have to deal with Prometheus Flamberge stuff, as opposed to who knows what else is in his extra deck. And that's why I'm a big advocate of Dark Angel, because Dark Angel does the same thing. They limit their options for the unknown. Like, you don't want people having unknown options. You want to limit their options as much as possible. And that's how you be consistent in this game through 10 rounds of Swiss. And Dark Angel is one of those cards. So, here we go. My favorite contact, because he managed to clear my board with the whole Snake Eyes stuff. And I did misplay by not popping on the normal spell. And because it would have allowed me to take care of the field spell, but I was clicking pretty fast and didn't really think it through, and I should have thought it through there. But as you can see, I adjusted to my misplay by still just popping the DP anyway, and making it live to where I have Shining Neo Swingman, and under goes, and I can still go Wake Up, which still facilitates my main game plan. So you can see perfectly, like, me misplaying, even though I'm the best hero player, I still misplay, but I'm able to adjust and make it work for me. And make the situation work for me. And as you can see, he had an unknown card, Kurikara. There's no way to know he had that. But still, my game plan doesn't change because even though he Kurikara now I get my DPE back, which allows me to. He sees DPE and he's like, it's a threat. I need to pop it, and I need to make it to where DPE is not an issue. And this is where I go, okay, now I get to wake up. And now we're going for it. Because he did not want that DPE on board. Which makes, a lot of people argue that's a misplay, but it makes a lot of sense because the DPE basically lets me beat him in the grind. So it lets me just swing into his stuff for free and just do stuff that I shouldn't be able to do. But by him popping it there, he's like, okay, well, stunts his plays, which is true, but now I'm open to Miracle Fusion, which gets me the game. And hey guys, it's time to wake up. And remember guys, you want to be aware of how your opponent can still win even when you're winning. So I don't swing into a Link monster first because he has that example to pop my wake up. Now we swing into a Link when we have for sure game. And there you guys have it. There's a video showcasing me playing through a situation in not optimal settings, because you have to be able to turn that, especially with heroes, like that's what heroes do. We turn a losing situation into one more favorable or winnable, because heroes win. But hey, I hope you guys enjoy this. I wanted to be able to showcase some of my playing, commentated at the same time. I do plan on doing more of these videos. But hey, in the meantime, like I promised, we have some Duel Anthology that's showcasing some combos that I came up with in that Duel Anthology that can definitely be applied to TCG. It's just I haven't figured it out yet because I noticed the combo's kind of weak to hand chops, so when I figure out a way to like not lose the hand chops off a solid, that's when I'll be playing it, because it's a crazy combo to where I basically draw 5 and still set up a board. And it's a layered board without, because in the Anthology, as you guys know, Dark Law and all the Plasma, all those cards are banned. So imagine if this combo with Dark Law or Plasma and being able to layer it, like you'll see how like a very popular card in the Anthology was Raigeki. And a lot of people would think when they Raigeki, they just win the game because they just OTK after. But you'll see how I layer my board and how I combat that even without Floodgate type cards. Because that's what I laugh when people call Hero a Floodgate deck. Because yeah, we have Floodgate elements. But in order to truly win with the deck, you can't just only rely on those elements. You need to be able to layer it. You need to know your options. You need to be able to play the situation. So when they try to like discredit hero players by calling it a Floodgate deck, that's how you win. I would just like to challenge those same people to play the deck and try to win and try to achieve the same success I have, because it's a really hard deck to pilot at the end of the day. But you know, haters gonna hate. But enjoy, guys. Enjoy these next few extra bonus videos, and I hope you enjoyed the commentary. Christmas Hero out.
you know what you're starting? But you sure we got that clue how that this we go. Don't you know? No more art. And as you look to the horizon, not a cloud, but then stormy winds go too cold. Seems like it breaks back out of nowhere. All around you is not what you foretold. You never see it coming. You see that my mind is too fast for right. You're coming, but the time it hits you, you're not surprised. Think you got your games planned out. Do a deep, get 'em 2 steps ahead, yeah. So step into my way, stand out. It's a trap, one more step, and you're dead. Why just a bit of second I go?